Welcome to the Sit Down with Brenks. Today we have Tori, who has her own blog that really started this whole idea for this episode, which is called Trigga What, Trigga Who. So we'll let Tori go into her blog and tell you more about the post that she had.
So I have a blog called TheeAwkwrdProfashional. Professional. It's just a blog that I started to start documenting my journey that I'm going through professionally and career-wise. I feel like I'm going through a transition. And I also put a little fashion spin on it because I feel like I'm cute in the workplace most times. So I'm going to add that as an aspect to my blog.
Better than me at work.
And one of my first blogs was Triggered. And in this blog, I just talked about how I felt as an African-American woman in the workplace and in an industry that is, you know, mostly
like
white men and white women.
White.
I'm in the healthcare field. So I'll go ahead and read a little excerpt, you know, a little something. So I said in this blog, I said, my peers are the epitome of young Black excellence as we thrive academically and embraced our creativity.
Yes.
My Blackness and my femininity has never triggered insecurities within me or others until corporate America.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And like, it's just a toxic environment. Like, you go in there, you get told that you can change the world. You be like, oh, I'm about to get this corporate job. I'm about to do all these things to help my community. And then you get to work and you be like, oh, should I wear my hair in a twist out?
Right.
Should I straighten it out for
like,
this interview?
I don't know.
I'm just like,
now the only time I get worried about my hair is like interviews.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time I get worried about my hair. And I'm like, should I straighten it? And I'm like, I'm not paying to pay anybody like $130 to get it straightened. So I'm going to do these little twists.
Exactly. Like, I'm going to straighten my hair. They're going to get this straightened for like a week. And then they'll be like, bam, this is Brenks. Coming to work.
I'm going to have this Afro puff with some edge control. My resume going to be right. So hire me or not.
Like, I know how to do the work. So why does it matter what I look like when I come to work? Because Tori's way better than me. Like, she dresses up and go to work for real. You know, I have my good days. But most of the time, you know, if you can wear tights to work with a nice blouse, I feel like you should be able to wear tights to work with a nice blouse.
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. That's not going to cut it.
And you cannot do that.
You have to dress for the job that you want. And essentially, as an entry-level professional, that is not the job you want. So, have to look like the boss. You're kind of the boss.
You know, I am kind of a boss. I just like a boss to like to wear casual clothes.
That's okay.
I don't like dressing up.
That's
like I do sometimes. Then I'm like, I don't want to dress up. Like I don't feel like putting no clothes. We're gonna go ahead and get this work.
At least you get your work done.
That's something that triggers me.
Work clothes trigger you.
Work clothes trigger me. Like I don't want to.
Things at work really don't trigger me. I only get triggered at work if I feel like somebody's trying my intelligence.
Right.
And I'm just kind of like, no, sis. Because I'm pretty laid back at work. Like, as long as you don't bother me, I won't bother you. I have my headphones on. I do my work. I will email you back within 48 hours.
And don't be rushing me to respond to your email.
Look, I'm getting my work done.
Talking about something, you ain't responded the last couple of times, so I need
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
Don't try me. I am very educated, and I will read you.
Cause like that's so annoying. Like especially in like my old job when I worked in Tennessee, it's like, okay, I know I just graduated, but I did like a lot of work in my MPH program. So don't be trying to come for me saying like, oh, your idea sounds great, but we're gonna go with this. That's triggering.
Right.
Y'all being rude.
Leave me alone.
Right. Like listen to what I have to say and let's go for it. Especially when your degree is not in public health and you have it. That's a whole nother story. That's a tangent. But see, I'm triggered. This is just emotional, psychological trigger of something that happened to you in your life that you be like.
I think a trigger for me professionally is getting 2 degrees.
Right.
And then going to work for a job that does not require
any one of them.
Barely one.
Right. And then they be like, on the job description, they say preferred. Like, you don't even have to have it.
So I don't have to have a bachelor's degree?
It just be something nice. Like, it'd be nice to have. Like, you go over somebody's house, it's nice for you to bring a soda.
Like, I have student loans for a preferred requirement.
It'd be like, you know, people who have this, it'll be nice. But you don't
have to. You know, you could have a high school diploma and your dad could be rich.
Right. Half the people you don't work with got their own nepotism. Like, just because they knew somebody. And that's the only reason.
It's aggy. Because for one, I'm not going to, well, anyway, for one, I was told in undergrad that I should graduate with this healthcare administration degree and I should be not accepting any jobs that, you know, offer me any less than $55,000.
Right.
And my first job out of undergrad was $10.50 an hour, and it was in the healthcare field.
I can't even. Mine wasn't even in what I went to school for and got all them loans and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, I'm about to go out here and change the
I
world.
remember where you were.
I worked at a daycare. And I want to say we made like $10.50.
And
that's so triggering when you'd have been in school for really 5 to 6 years, because the 4-year stuff really don't work. Like they say, I'm like, oh yeah, you get in school, you get out for.
Right.
That's a lie. That's a whole lie. It's gonna take you at least 5 years, because you're gonna go in with what you really want to do, and then you're gonna realize that's really not what you want to do. So
this isn't it. There has to be something else, because when I read the pamphlet going into
right, when I seen all the kids on the page and they looked happy as hell.
This is not the plan.
Skipping this shit on the green. I'm like, this is not gonna be your life. Like, you're not gonna have time to go skip on the green.
I
like,
saw for myself. I just thought it was gonna be a penthouse suite, healthcare administrator.
Right. People like
married, 2 kids.
Why you gonna pay your loans back? You know, you get your refund. Why you pay your refund? Because I'm triggered from school.
I am stressed.
I need to go on a trip.
SOS, please.
I'm about to spend $1,200 to go to Miami because I need it. I deserve this. I had to drop 2
financial
classes
skills,
but yeah. It's a whole mess.
A whole
mess. But like, work can be triggering, and then like you have to know who to tell people. Like you have to know who to tell about like stuff that you want to do. So like I know I call you a lot for like stuff that I'm trying to do like personally and creative. But like if you don't call the wrong person, they will shit on your whole goal, and that's gonna be triggering.
And you like, do you really want to do that?
Like really? But do you think people would like that? I don't know if you. I'm like,
I have a friend like that, but there's a thin line. I think some friends think that's just being like you trying to protect me, looking out for me,
looking out, yeah.
And I don't think they do it on purpose.
It's just a thin line, because like sometimes you can.
There's a difference between being very negative and then just trying to be realistic with your friend.
Right, exactly. Right.
Very thin line.
You like, girl, I'm about maxed out my credit card, but I'm gonna get this stuff because I really want to get it. And I mean, you be like, well, that's not shooting down your dream.
Like that's just you telling you to sit down because you're about to be poor.
You might want to do that again. You're poor. This your 3rd time in the last 9 months that you done maxed out your credit card. You might want to just think about it.
Sis, don't spend that money. But if I call you and I'm like, look, I think, girl, let me just vent for a minute. I think I done got this degree. It. I really want to do something else. Do not tell me that's not what I want to do.
Right. I'm be like, you not by yourself. I'll feel the same thing. I just ain't said it to nobody. I'm like, I done got these 3 degrees for nothing. Like, I don't know what I want to do. And it's just a whole trigger.
Yeah.
It's just a whole trigger. And then like, you think about the stuff that triggers you, and then you realize like, as a black woman, especially an educated black woman, be like, oh, I might be triggering
somebody else.
To somebody else.
Yes, because I am a threat.
And most of the time, the people that you trigger, they gonna feel like you a threat because they walking around here in these slingbacks with not nan degree. They graduated from high school and they so entitled, or they got the job because they great granddaddy built the street that the building is on, so they feel entitled.
It's just so annoying.
To do that, and I'm just like,
because honestly, when I was younger, I used to hear people like you hear discussions about like racial issues or in the workplace you gotta work twice as hard or anything like that as a black woman, but I'm just like, oh, it can't be that bad. I have a degree.
Like I don't have time. Like
I have a degree. Everybody knows.
Yeah, like I worked hard.
I worked I think people
graduated with 3.9.
People know that I worked. I ain't graduated like that. UAB. But I'm saying, trigger. No, I just think I was very sheltered. Although my parents talked about it sometimes, I just think they protected me from it. Yeah. And they did what they are educators. Right. So they did what they had to do to make sure I was right academically and as I was growing professionally. But that still does not protect me from realities of things. So I definitely think I trigger people as a black person and as a woman separately and together. That's a whole issue. Being a woman in healthcare, being a woman in the healthcare industry and trying to be like on the administrative level, And I think in any industry, trying to be on the administrative level is going to be a struggle for a woman, just because people don't even respect us in general.
And then it's just like
until we literally just do it.
People don't respect you, and then you know you're gonna kind of get that from like the opposing side or like the dominant side. But when you get it, excuse me, from like people who look just like you, that's like a whole nother trigger. Like that's a whole nother awakening that you have to deal with, and it's like it's just so disheartening. Like you like
skinfolk ain't always your kinfolk.
Skinfolk not
ain't always your kinfolk,
and it's just like. But why? Because you look like me. I feel like we both like out of the 10 struggles, and we have like way more struggles than 10. But I'm just saying, out of the 10. we share at least 8.5. So
Together.
like, why are you making this harder for me? I'm trying to help us collectively.
I don't know. I think it's because there's no logical reason. I'm just trying to think.
It don't even make sense.
I'm trying to be the devil's advocate. I'm just trying to think, like, at me right now, I feel like I have to work extra hard.
Right.
And I'm trying to get to where I want to be. So I could just imagine somebody who doesn't necessarily take stress well and just didn't seek. Because therapy, I think, is needed. If you're trying to grow professionally, period. Just to talk to somebody.
If I want to start my own business.
Yeah, just to vent. You just need a therapist
first. Get you a therapist. Have that foundation.
Right.
You gotta do everything else. But you
so
gotta
by
have
the time you
first.
make it to where you're trying to make it to, boss level.
Right.
You basically are just angry because you've been through so much, having to walk over so many people, proving yourself to so many people. Right. So now I can't even be happy and help somebody else.
Right.
That I know is trying to get to where I'm trying to be. I'm just mad.
Just mad.
Attitude.
Don't even understand.
Don't even know you have attitude.
Now you the mad black woman. So now you triggering the scared white people that you
now I'm the black man.
Right.
What am I trying to say? Mad black woman.
You the
now I'm the mad black woman. And now people talking about me and calling me a bitch. Like, what?
Right. Like, I didn't do anything. All I'm sitting here telling you is like, what y'all saying is wrong. I know this is right because I'm educated.
And now that I'm here, you're mad at me. So now I'm always mad because the tension at the workplace is just.
And then I'm a mad black woman who think they know everything. But you rude because you got a bachelor's, I got a master's. Specifically in what we're working on right now. But you trigger because you threatened by me.
It's just a mad cycle.
Ooh.
But I'm not going to get caught up in it because I don't have the time.
No, not at all. And like,
I think our generation is just
over it. Over it.
We're like no, we're going to call you out and then we're going to move on.
Like, if you come to us with a request or like a task, okay, so why do I have to do this? How long I need, like how much time I have to get it back to you. And then it's just like, why are we doing this again? Like, I'm going to ask you at least 2 times why we're doing this. And I feel like you should be receptive.
I feel like there should be a reason. If we're going to be productive in any business, there should be reasons behind we're not just doing things.
I need to be vested. I need to have some buy-in. I need to know. You feel like, oh, I need you to go to Walmart and pick up this stuff. What we getting this stuff for? Like, what we working on? I might be more excited if I know.
Right.
And then I might get some extra stuff.
I can just understand better. I can work more efficiently if I understand what's going on. What's my end goal? But people, old school mentality don't necessarily think like that.
It's like, to my all old school viewers, if you have employees or anything, I need you
to be progressive.
Be progressive and not feel threatened when they ask you questions about what you want.
Because I think people think you're trying to like intimidate the authority. Right. Mm-hmm. And that's not what it is. I truly just want to understand.
Just asking for understanding. Like, I'm not even trying to be funny. I'm like, well, why would you do it that way? I just want to know. Like, how did you get to 4 + 2? Because the way I did it was different.
Right. But if we so I want to understand how you did it. Because if you did it in a better way, then that means I need to step it up.
This is how you prefer it, then I'm going to do it like this.
But I need to understand how you did it.
Exactly.
In order to do that.
Exactly. And that just helps us to both not be triggered.
Right.
You not mad because you didn't get your product at the same time, and I'm not mad because I don't even know why the hell we doing this.
Clearly, no triggers.
None. 0%.
Then we'd be cool.
0%. It'll be a better place. The world will be a better place. We'll be living
basically
in utopia if everybody could just meet everybody at the same level and just be chill. That's real. Well, I want to thank y'all for listening in to the sit down today. As I said, I'm your host, Brenks. And, you know, whatever triggers you have going on in your life, just try to, like, calm down. You feel like you're getting intense and your shoulders are getting up. Like, just take some deep breaths and just really relax. And those triggers will just start to fade away. And then if you feel like that you might be a trigger to white supremacists in society or just insecure white people in general, or insecure people, period, know that you are the bomb.com no matter what, and it doesn't matter what other people think because it only matters what you think about yourself. So
and you can tell them to stay triggered.
Stay triggered.